It's so peaceful. But for how long?
Moses should be waiting for me in his office.
Greetings one and all, this is ShadowStar91 and welcome back to another episode of my Life is Strange reunion series where we are picking up the action immediately where the last episode left off, because in the last episode we got this series underway. And just to give everybody a quick heads up, because in the previous episode I said that that I wanted to see if I wanted it to
He's smiling, but you know he feels empty inside.
whether or not I wanted to change some of my decisions, whether or not I wanted to like romance like all the characters or just one or two of them or none of them. But
I wonder how Moses will react to all this.
I will put a picture up momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, if you did not see the picture already, the answer is I have not.
Haven for astronomers and stoners alike.
The answer is no. I have not changed a single decision, and I'm going to stick with what I'm going to do. I've chosen to stick with romance Chloe. She survived Arcadia Bay. We did not romance Amanda and/or Vin. But I will do a separate video just to showcase the, any and all possible dialogue interactions, whether or not we've...
Moses should be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date.
What's the word I'm looking for? Whether or not we've romanced, like... romance more than one character. And I do apologize about botching all my sentence pronunciations, ladies and gentlemen.
My head's not in the clouds. It's up in space.
And I do apologize about botching, hesitating, or stuttering, struggling with any of my sentence pronunciations, ladies and gentlemen. With me being an autistic individual, so me being on the spectrum, or neurodivergent, whatever terminology you want to use.
I wonder how Moses will react to all this.
Jeez Louise, Mike. I'm trying to bloody concentrate, or trying to talk. And I can't get past these arseholes. Why didn't you move your... You've discovered a flyer for a podcast. Interesting. I've only listened to one or two podcasts ever in my life.
Corruption. Occultism. Power. Welcome back to Abraxcast, Caledon's only podcast dedicated to uncovering the hidden underbelly of the Abraxas Society.
Interesting subject you've picked, Loretta. But we're going to leave that for now. Okay, why the hell did I... Okay, so I was literally down there and then ended up all the way there. It must be like drink fountain or washroom or toilet area or washroom area, whatever terminology you want to use. Oh, hang on.
When we were on the road, Chloe loved pointing out Venus and Mars to me in the night sky. Yasmin's replacement has some big ideas for the school. Kinda wish he'd keep them to himself.
Oh, so Yasmin's not in charge. She's got someone else replacing her.
Come for the world-class education, stay for the timeshare presentation.
And again, if anybody wants to read anything that pops up in more detail, ladies and gentlemen, that appears on screen, feel free to hit the pause button and then hit the play button once you're done reading everything in more and thorough detail.
My classroom is the great outdoors. At least until it starts snowing.
The last time we were in this particular area, ladies and gentlemen, it was during my Life is Strange Double Exposure series, and we were getting interrogated by a complete and utter
Moses
jack.
should be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date.
One thing I'm not liking right now is Max keeps interrupting me when I'm trying to talk, Max! Who's that in there with Moses? Let's go in and
I told
find...
Dr. Jordan he didn't need to convince me. My own conversations with you were sufficient, not to mention your student ratings. Your intro courses are 9s in a sea of 4s. For you to be so highly regarded, especially by non-majors, is... well, very highly regarded, it seems.
Max? You okay?
Sorry. Long day. You were saying?
I was just telling Moses that he is officially invited to join the Caledon faculty once he becomes Dr. Murphy next year.
Right, the job offer. I remember. I mean... It was a foregone conclusion. Moses is the best. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm still taking it in. But President Teller's plans for the physics department are very exciting.
This building is the one real investment that Caledon has made in the sciences. With 4 departments under one roof, we need to expand. And that's just the beginning. In a few years, the whole school will look like this, a cutting-edge research institution to rival MIT.
Sounds expensive. What about liberal arts? I have no idea what liberal arts are, so we're just gonna go with sounds expensive.
Sounds like you want to spend a lot of money while we're still trying to rebuild from the storm.
Well, we have to spend money. My predecessor's love of historic preservation has left us with beautiful buildings and cracked foundations. Dr. Fayyad was a great leader, and she had an eye for talent. Finding Moses was one of her many successes. But she had an idealistic streak, which reminds me, Max, do your students still have all A's?
I reward participation. It's not an easy A. I have a funny feeling if I choose I reward participation, it's going to be the wrong choice. So we're going to go with it's not an easy A.
Everyone who's still in the class has an A, but plenty of students dropped when they realized how tough it would be.
I noticed that too. Not the academic curve we strive for, but perhaps that wasn't covered in your orientation.
Max isn't a traditional academic, but she's amazing with her students. Like you said, Yasmin has an eye for talent. She was even talking about creating a photography major.
It's not that I doubt your talent, Max. You're just a beneficiary of her short-sightedness. I mean, a professor, an instructor with no teaching experience or terminal degree, living rent-free in the house that was once reserved for visiting luminaries? It's like... how was this allowed to happen?
Wow. I do not remember this conversation being such a disaster.
Well, duty calls. Moses, contact my office if you have any questions about the offer.
Man, that guy is just dying to fire me.
You already knew about my job offer. But you had to remember, so... You're not rewinding from later today, are you?
You're good. I'm back from Sunday.
Did you jump back into a photo? We agreed that that was too dangerous.
I acted on instinct. I hope it was the right choice.
What happened? Did something go wrong with the gallery show?
No, the show was great, incredible, but while I was gone, something at Caledon went very, very wrong. There was a protest about something. It turned into a riot. By the time I got back, the whole campus was on fire. Look.
That's definitely the campus on fire. Compositionally, it is a bit more abstract than usual.
I wasn't trying to take a photo. I dropped my camera when I saw you. Moses, I'm sorry, but I saw you.
Oh. Wow. Where was I?
On the roof. I tried to help, but I couldn't get inside.
Working on a Sunday. I need more hobbies. Okay. Before you came back here through the photo, did you try to rewind in the fire?
I forgot I could. I didn't know if I should. Yeah, but she burnt her hand on the door, so we're gonna go with this one.
I wasn't sure if I should. I've used my powers to save people before. It doesn't always end well.
Yet you came back here. And I'm glad you did.
I've never felt so powerless before. All that destruction, and there was nothing I could do.
That's not true. You bought us time. Time that we'll make the most of. So, where should we start? Fire department? They'll just laugh at us. We should act normal. Search for clues, talk to suspects without rousing suspicion. Which is exactly what your powers are perfect for. Did we do any rewind testing when you were here the first time?
No, we just talked about my trip over hot chocolate.
Then let's change that. We'll practice your skills, and if you run into any danger this weekend, you'll be ready.
Let's get to work.
Moses is right. I need to be prepared for this weekend.
Okay, that is definitely some very thorough testing or training. See if there's anything around here that I can, take a photo.
Moses likes working on this when I'm around. I'm his Control Z.
The telescope.
Moses' pride and joy. Though, he hasn't had as much time for the stars since he started studying my powers.
Yeah, the more we study your powers, the better chance we have of avoiding any potential future mishaps, let's call it. No pun intended. But that Owen guy, what an arsehole.
Moses is so passionate about physics. But as far as I can tell, physics is just loading screens.
Probably best we don't go far into it. What's this for?
Safi's been radio silent for almost a year. I wish we knew where she was.
Yeah, who knows what the hell she's currently up to.
A cutting from Maya's memorial tree. We're planning to give it to Sophie, if she ever comes back. Yasmin has been through hell in the last year. Not that she didn't deserve some of it, but still.
Considering what the hell she actually pulled, which was revealed towards the end of the last game, she definitely deserves some of
Maze
that.
at the vet. I was in the mood for another staring contest.
And a pet lizard up here?
You really understand how I'm feeling right now. Turtle strapped to a rocket booster. Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Bucket 3 because he, quote, needed to unsee that.
Oh, we can look at the mural, but during Life is Strange Double Exposure, that was one of the photo things to collect.
When I, split reality in two and then mashed it back together, it wasn't exactly seamless. I offered to help him finish it, but Moses likes the reminder that all those crazy memories really happened.
Yeah, that was definitely a very I can't think of the word right now. Very unique experience. All right, let's examine
We've
this.
covered a lot of ground these past months together.
All right, tests. Let's see what.
No crazy storms in the 9 months that we've been testing my powers. That's something. Yeah. About that whole avoid section,
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to break the said rules.
people started talking about Sophie's death like it was a bad dream. Then they stopped talking about it at all.
Yeah, after we
After
found out what
everything
happened.
with the timelines last year, Moses thinks my powers might have evolved in other ways. Not sure if I want to know if he's right.
Be interesting to see if they actually have evolved and how they've evolved exactly.
I'm a good guinea pig. For the most part. Moses has been tracking weather patterns along with our rewind testing. No correlation yet.
Okay. Hang on, I want to double check the safe. Oh yeah, I have been wondering if Max still has her timeline shifting abilities. Or was that just a temporary thing?
I was really worried when Moses said I should practice my powers. But he was sure we could do it safely, and so far, he's been right. I'm 90% sure that Harold isn't real. Moses just made up a fake grad student to get an office all to himself.
And if it works, I'd say keep at it.
You really missed your calling as the host of a children's science show.
There's still time. Let's begin. What was drawn on that card?
Ugh. Seriously?
I never joke about testing, Max.
And yet you're such a ham. One moment.
Yoink!
Welcome back.
Who's this formidable fellow?
That is the evil Swordmaster Frostbite from No True Samurai. Test number 1. Tell me who killed him.
I have no idea. Let me guess. I can find the answer somewhere in this very room.
Who cares? It's a one-strike question. Test failed.
You're the worst.
Learn who killed the Swordmaster.
How dare Moses be good at art and physics? Some of us can barely be good at one thing.
Yeah, so basically, it's nice to see Max's rewind power back in action. So, I have played the original Life is Strange game, and I have also played Life is Strange Before the Storm, and I've started dabbling in Life is Strange 2 as well, ladies and gentlemen. However, when I tried to upload a cutscene compilation video that featured scenes from Life is Strange Before the Storm all the way to Life is Strange Double Exposure minus Life is Strange True Colors, unfortunately YouTube did not like...
Using a rewind test to get me into... Safi's been radio silent for almost a year. I wish we knew where she was.
Basically, yeah, I tried to upload a cutscene compilation video that featured scenes that had Max and Chloe in it from Life is Strange Before the Storm all the way up to Life is Strange Double Exposure minus Life is Strange True Colors. YouTube didn't like that, hit it with multiple copyright claims. I disputed those decisions. YouTube turned around, upheld them, and said, delete your video or we terminate your channel on the spot. Unfortunately,
Don't worry, Swordmaster Frostbite. I'll find your killer. Who was the murder victim? Frostbite? Maybe a fireflinger did the deed.
yeah, unfortunately, I've had to delete said video. But thankfully, I have uploaded said video up on another platform as well. So, yeah, and I've uploaded it, and it has had 0 issues, and it's quite popular.
Get us out of here!
Ooh, she's having flashbacks again. Oh, we gotta hold down the button to keep it going. Let's try this again.
Yoink!
Welcome back.
Who's this formidable fellow?
That is the evil Swordmaster Frostbite from No True Samurai. Test number 1. Tell me who killed him.
I have no idea. Let me guess. I can find...
Oh, so we can, like, what you call auto rewind to its specific point. Thankfully, the dot indicator on the rewind dial is still there.
Who was the murder victim? Frostbite? Maybe a fireflinger did the deed.
How hard can it... Oh, we didn't look here.
Tony and Moses make it look easy. How do you keep somebody that close for that long?
I am no expert on said subject, so I'm gonna refrain from commenting.
I doubt this little guy starred in No True Samurai. But anime can surprise me.
That is very true. Anime can be very surprising at certain times. That is so cool, and I am so jealous. Moses has a 3D printer in his office.
Are you my mystery killer?
Is there any indication?
Using a rewind test to get me into anime? Moses is abusing his powers. A high school girl? The plot thickens. But what's her name?
Well, I... Where the hell is the answer? Well, we've got the image, but where the hell is the answer? Oh, why must this be so formidable? So formidable. Oh, hang on.
Here she is. But what's your name, young lady? Mina Hiramatsu.
Let's, Yeah, I was gonna say, let's head back down to Moses, then trigger the rewind. Alright.
Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
There we go.
Mina Hiramatsu, the badass high schooler.
Correct! Are you ready for test number 2? Please hand me the object behind that locked door.
If you want me to do something other than break into this thing with a screwdriver, speak now.
I'm just observing my test subject.
Good to hear.
Evil genius Moses is. There's gotta be a key around here somewhere. If he's put the key inside said thing.
Haven't had to break into something for a while. But it's probably just like stealing a bike.
Is there anything else we can actually use the screwdriver on? Always good to double check. You never know what you might find.
Sorry for doubting you, sir. For all I know, you only use your powers to toast marshmallows.
Here goes nothing.
You just love watching me break things for science.
I know I won't remember it, but I still love watching it.
Damn. It's never simple in the time dojo. A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
Is there anything around here that we can actually use as a cushion to, make sure that we don't break the mug behind the door?
Okay, I'm probably not going to develop hand-eye coordination in the next few minutes. Need another plan.
gotta be something. Is there anything we can actually use up here? Like I've said during episode 1 as well, ladies and gentlemen, this playthrough, I'm going in completely and utterly blind.
Moses' secret contraband kettle out in the open?
I'm still scratching my head. Where the hell did Moses even get that kettle? Awesome design, but still.
I'll need the mug intact to give it to Moses.
There we go. Let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this a bonus rewind test? Did you want the mug to fall?
No. That's just a lucky break.
Yes!
Oh, we got a new bit of dialogue?
Max, you have to unbust the door.
What? Fixing it wasn't part of the test?
I think you know that it was.
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
Well, hopefully many times the charm.
Thanks. I'll put the kettle on. Meet me on the X when you're ready.
I don't like where this is going. My gut instincts tell me he's
Probably
gonna...
not a buried treasure, but you never know.
Here goes nothing.
Alright, I'm ready.
Okay. I want you to teleport to this side of the room in a particular moment. Specifically, the moment before this mug hits the ground.
Moses!
It does that sometimes. I'm gonna count to 3.
Moses!
Ah!
Moses! Unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that.
Moses! Unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Guess I'll have to do this myself.
Ah!
Moses! Unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that sometimes. Max, why'd you leave the X? What happened?
Fire happened.
Whoa. And I was just gonna let it spark.
You're welcome, Moses.
Thank you, teleporting Max. What?
That didn't happen before. We had hot chocolate last time, but it didn't combust. I just got back and I'm already changing things.
That's fascinating. Probably best to skip on the hot chocolate today. Let's debrief when you're ready.
Yeah. We need to come up with a game plan.
Please tell me you'll stop using that kettle. For all we know, it burns down the school in 2 days.
I know it's a dysfunctional relationship, but I can fix her. You're right, though. Consider this her official retirement party.
How are you feeling about the disaster I just dropped into your lap?
Still processing. But I'm glad we still have a chance to do something. How do you feel?
I know my powers are, well, powerful. But that doesn't mean they're dependable. This could end badly. What if it was a mistake to come back here? What if I just make everything worse?
I know there are risks. There's a reason we never tested your ability to jump into photos. But our testing has proved that some kinds of rewind are safe. If you unbreak a mug, the universe doesn't seem to care.
What if I can't change anything? One time I tried to save my friend's father from dying in a car crash and...
You've told me. And yes, it sounds like the universe sometimes has a dark sense of humor. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's take stock. What do we know for sure? What leads do we have?
Vin and Amanda could help us. Vin knows everything about Caledon, and Amanda knows everything about Lakeport. Too bad I can't tell them why I'm asking. They'd never believe me.
Because of the storm amnesia?
We need a better name. That sounds like a disease you get in a fantasy novel.
Well, you turned down cognitive dissonance triggered collective memory loss.
Sometimes I wish everyone still remembered. The two timelines and everything with Safi and me having powers and...
You could remind them. You reminded me when I started forgetting.
I was selfish. It was so scary when all their memories started fading. I couldn't stand the thought of being alone with everything again.
Understandable. But why me?
I knew you could handle it. But most people aren't you. It's better if they don't know.
Even Amanda and Vin?
Even Amanda and Vin. So, who would have a motive to burn down Caledon? I saw signs of a protest, but I'm not sure what it was about.
We haven't heard from Safi since she left.
Moses. No way. I didn't see any sign of her.
Safi's a shapeshifter. She was furious with her mom and with Caledon. Could it be her?
I still don't think Safi would burn down the school. At least not on purpose.
At least not the Safi we thought we knew.
That being said, one thing we know about Safi is that she gets reckless when she's angry. The only thing we know for sure is that my powers are going to complicate things. They always do.
Maybe this time is different? We can't stay locked in the past.
Like I can help it. Every time a new disaster strikes, it always brings me back to the first disaster.
Chloe, in the school bathroom.
Trying to save Chloe and the place I love is how I destroyed the last place I loved.
Arcadia Bay, right? It looked beautiful. At least from the photos you showed me.
It was beautiful. When it was still on the map. How do I know Lakeport won't be next? How are you so calm?
Because things are different. You're an adult with better control of your powers. And you have a brilliant physicist friend who wants to help.
That I do. So, how do we stop a fire before it starts? Oh, right. My class starts in 15 minutes. I should cancel.
No. Don't make any changes you don't have to. If we mess with the timeline too much, we might introduce new variables.
You know, I saw something in class last time. Reggie took a call and walked away when I got near. I wonder if it was about Abraxas.
Secret society. Shady calls with the Abraxas president. It could be something.
And in the fire, I noticed some Abraxas graffiti. It seemed ominous.
Text me if you learn anything. I'm gonna steal another whiteboard from engineering. And Max? Promise me you'll do whatever you can this weekend. To stop the fire. To save people if it breaks out. Anything. I know there are consequences to using your powers, but inaction has consequences too. Whatever happens, I need us to know that we did everything we could.
I think I need that too.
Have a good class.
The game is afoot. From here on, it is up to you to find enough evidence to pinpoint the source of the fire. Remember to look everywhere for clues. This is where exploration comes in very, very clutch. Because if you don't go exploring, you might miss something that will help you later on down the line. Gonna be interesting to see how Max teaches one of her classes.
I'm sorry. So sorry. Crazy day. Crazy, crazy day.
Because of your Grand Gallery tour of New York this weekend? I'm amazed you didn't ditch us entirely.
Yeah, you must be freaking out. When do you leave?
You know, given my extreme lateness, I think we should jump right into the lesson today.
Oh.
I know. But I think you'll want all the time we have for this. So, we've been focusing on composition, character of place, dynamic structure, light, balance, movement, contrast. If you've been paying attention so far, when you look out there, your eyes should find endless patterns of shapes and colors. But today, I want you to see something else entirely. I'll give you a hint. It's the most powerful element a photographer can pursue. Yet it's the one thing a photograph can never really have.
I know we got three choices to either call on Loretta, call on Jeanette, or call on Reggie, but we're actually going to be ending today's episode here, ladies and gentlemen. I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please do myself a favor. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, along with the bell so you can receive notifications whenever I upload anything new to my channel. And for all those who do consider hitting the buttons down below, you truly are legendary individuals. I cannot thank you enough, and if you do consider hitting the buttons down below, it also helps expand my channel little by little, and it helps push and promote all my content to the furthest corners of the current video platform, because let's face it, at the moment, YouTube are fucking useless, don't care about anybody else but themselves, and they just want to kill off all of us organically thriving channels, whether we have small numbers, medium numbers, or large numbers for our channels, because all they care about is aiding and abetting all the illegal channels on their platforms that are uploading whatever the hell they want, sabotaging others, cheating, doing whatever the hell they want, and uploading false copyright claims because they don't give two shits about doing things their own way. Yeah, YouTube, I said something, what are you gonna fucking do about it? And I know the pain of being hit with false copyright claims as well. Yeah, YouTube, what I said something, what are you gonna fucking do about it? So join me next time, everybody, to hopefully we can actually pull off one of Max's classes. Pull off one of Max's classes in one piece. And just in case you want to catch up on any of the action that you might have missed along the way, Never fear, the Shadow Star has got you covered because I will leave my playlist links in the video description down below for your viewing pleasure, so make sure you check those out when you get the chance, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to catch up on any of the action that you might have missed up until this point in time, whether that be in my current Life is Strange reunion series or my other Life is Strange series that I have undertaken up until this point in time. So until next time, everybody, I've been Shadowstar91. Stay safe out there, take care, and I will catch you all for the next episode of Life is Strange Reunion. Bye bye.